Yeah. 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 It's going down now. Daily Gogetemism Show, baby. Yeah, and it's the Daily Gogetemism Show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off left lane, no coasting. What's going on, Charlene Curry? Charlene Curry. How you feeling, Charlene? What's going on, Charlene? Good to see me, some you. Emily Dunlap is my crew. Thanks for coming on through. I appreciate you. Yes. And it's going down, baby. I think it ain't when it is. Word. All right, so today on the Daily Gogetemism Show, we are asking the question, what do Donald Trump, Tupac Shakur, and Kanye West have in common? What y'all know, baby? What you know? You think they don't have anything in common? Oh, yes, they do. Now, they have one thing in common that we're going to illustrate today. And you're going to be like, you know what? You ain't never done lied now. Yes. Because it's real, baby. It's real. What do Donald Trump, the president of the United States, Kanye West, and Tupac Shakur have in common? Yeah. We're going to outline that. We're going to streamline that. We're going to show you what time it is. We'll have a ball now. Just me and all the gang. Learning from each other how we do our thing. Nah. All right. Y'all ready? Because it's going to be obvious to y'all, man. But it's worth a discussion. That's for sure. It's worthy of a discussion. So we're going to get into it right now. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this Daily Gogetemism Show. We do this every single day. It rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R's. The Daily Gogetemism Show, all up in your area, is going down today on this 27th of June. And today on the Daily Gogetemism Show, we are talking about what? We are asking the question who? We are asking the question how? What do Donald Trump, Tupac, and Kanye, what do they have in common? Have you figured it out yet? Do you know from yesterday's post? Because, see, I was going to do this post yesterday, but, I was going to do this show yesterday, but to be honest with you, it's been a rough week, and I ain't have it in me. I was like, you know what? This is going to have to wait because I didn't want to present the show to y'all, without the energy. Y'all know I have to come with the energy, so I had to make sure that the energy was really there. You think you're under dig? I had to make sure that the energy was really there. So this is what we're talking about this morning. What do Trump, Tupac, and Kanye have in common? Some people might say nothing. Some people might get it right away like, yo. Well, number one, they were all born under the zodiac sign of Gemini. All right. What a coincidence, right? But that's not what I'm talking about. It is a factor that you have to take into consideration. But when you recognize the background story of why you have to take that into consideration, then it'll make you start scratching your head. It'll make you start, doing this shit up under your chin, like, I never really looked at it that way. Yeah. My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? All up in the area. All up in your area. And Annette Davis, the number one. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on, Annette? Annette Davis, the number one. Glad you came through. Missed you. Time to have fun. This is what Trump, Tupac, and Kanye have in common. Each one of them, they be messing up. When Tupac was alive now, for the people who are really big Tupac fans, pardon what I'm going to be talking about today as far as as far as if you may feel like I'm talking down to the dead or talking to somebody who can't defend themselves, to somebody who's not here to defend themselves, because some people may feel like I am trying to destroy the image, the memory of an image, of an icon. And there's no doubt that Tupac Shakur was a cultural icon. There is no denying it. But there's no denying that Kanye West is a cultural icon. There's no denying that Donald Trump is a cultural icon. Here's what they have in common. Not the fact that they were all born under the zodiac sign or the astrological sign of Gemini. Not the fact that they are all cultural icons. The thing that bonds them together in similarity is the fact that their fans will excuse every single thing that they did or every little thing that they do. Anytime you criticize Tupac for anything, his supporters, his fans will come out of the woodwork like, we not doing that. No, Tupac was this. Tupac was that. Tupac. They wouldn't even accept that he was dead. Like, nope, he ain't dead. Nope, he's not dead. He's just underground. I'm like, yo, somebody who craved that much attention is ineligible to go underground. Do y'all understand that? But one thing about Tupac fans, when you bring up the fact that he started the East Coast, West Coast battle thing, they'll tell you, no, he didn't. The media did that. And I'm like, the media did that, huh? Well, why does he say it in his songs? He ain't say it in his songs. Yes, he did. He dissed all of the rappers on the East Coast, all of them. Not just Biggie, not just Puffy or whoever was associated with those two. All of the rappers. No, that's not what he meant. And that's something else that we have to get into as far as how they are similar. Because I see the same thing happening with Kanye West today. I see the same thing happening with Donald Trump today. Whenever they have their verbal gaffes, whenever they talk recklessly, whenever they say some outlandish, outrageous, ridiculous stuff, their supporters run to their side and say, no, that's not what they meant. And they will be quick to start interpreting what they said. Here's the thing. Tupac never went back on any other words that he spoke. Not one of them. He didn't. He never made any apologies like, yo, I didn't mean to say that about Faith, Biggie's wife, who had nothing to do with the feud. I didn't mean to say. He never went back on that. Made a record about it. And that was the opening line. You fat motherfucker, that's why I fucked your wife. That's how you start off a song? But his supporters will say, but what? But what? Same thing with Donald Trump. Donald Trump has had 3 press secretaries in one administration. Not even a second term. One term administration, he has had 3 press secretaries. And I think the reason that he has had 3 so far is because you can't defend that bullshit that he says. You can't put a spin on it. But his fans put a spin on it. And yeah, when we talk about Donald Trump, we have to talk about his fans because they are more than just supporters. They are his fans. He's a reality TV star. He's a reality TV show star. And he knows how to work the media. That's why he's always talking about media and ratings. That's why he's always talking about media and ratings. Girl, Nikki is all up in the house. It's good to see you. So glad you came out. No doubt. I'm glad to see you. So I gave you the shout and I'm glad you came out. No. Okay. But yeah. Kanye West. Slavery is a choice. At least Kanye did, back his words up like, wait a minute, I ain't mean it like that. What I meant was, but you couldn't clean it up but so far. But I bet you his supporters clean it up. I bet you his supporters, his fans manage to clean up all of that dumb shit he does. His supporters manage to clean up all of that dumb shit that he says. Everything that he does and everything that he says. Yeah, but Kanye. 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 His mama died, and that brother's crazy, but he tried to make sure that he brought some pride. Y'all shouldn't. You look on the outside. Look on his inside, his mama died. He ain't been the same here since his mama died. Excuse what he do, because his mama died. A lot of people I know, their mama died, and they don't be doing dumb shit. Don't be acting all crazy. Don't be causing no hysteria. No. But people, they come up with an excuse for everything Kanye West does. Am I lying? Let me know if I'm lying, y'all, because if I'm lying, I'm dying. Everything. And Kanye ain't as bad, in my opinion. Kanye ain't as bad as Tupac was. Tupac was a terror. If Tupac was a little kid, people would have been like, yo, that is a bad little boy. He bad as shit, ain't he? But because he was a grown man, he was a bad boy. He was a rebel. And because of his background with his parents being Black Panthers and all of that, they knew that he had a certain level of consciousness and knowledge in him. And he was smart. He was very intelligent. But did he use his intelligence to bring people together, or was he divisive? Oh, divisive. That may be another thing that they have in common. They keep their fans, they keep their onlookers, they keep their supporters on one side of the fence and the other side of the fence. They don't do things to bring themselves together. They don't do things they don't see any value in unity. But I think a lot of it has to do with, if they united people, then the controversy that they stir up would start to fizzle out. It would start to be boring. And then they wouldn't hold that spotlight anymore. And the three of them definitely have that in common. They love the spotlight. None of them ever craved for the underground. Everything they did damn near in front of a camera. Damn near everything. But their fans will explain away or try to explain away every single thing that they did. You can't tell Tupac supporters, you can't tell Tupac fans nothing bad about Tupac. You can't say nothing about Tupac without them having an explanation for it. You're like, yo, he did start that East Coast, West Coast battle. No, he didn't. The media started it. Like, no, he didn't. No, the media didn't start that. And how would the media start it if he didn't give him the fuel to do it? Did he ever say anything about East Coast, West Coast in interviews? Yeah, he did. Did he ever say anything about East Coast, West Coast in his songs? Yeah, he did. So how did the media spin it? Like, you want to talk about reckless? This dude said that Biggie Smalls, the Notorious B.I.G., Christopher Wallace, set him up to get robbed and shot. Do you know how reckless and crazy and dangerous that is? Oh, by the way, that's snitching. That's snitching. He put it on a record. He said it in interviews. That is straight snitching. No, Tupac not a snitch. Now, don't get me wrong. I think if somebody tried to kill you, you have every right to put that on blast. If you're 100% sure, and he was far from 100% sure. But in his mind, he was 100% sure. In his mind, he was 100% sure. It made no sense. Biggie wasn't going to profit from Tupac's death. Nobody was. There's nobody on earth that was supposed that was going to profit from Tupac's death. Now, here's the thing, you know, and for those of y'all who don't care about this whole Tupac thing, I understand, I get it, but just understand how some people will use the media in order to promote themselves, and you're thinking that some shit is really real because of the gravity of their actions, the impact that it has on the public. It means something whether you follow them or not, because it could happen to anybody. But yeah, so I don't subscribe to that street life mentality. All that no snitching, all that blah, 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 blah. I see the value in it, and I understand the logic and the culture in it. However, if somebody tries to kill you and you keep it quiet, which will give them another opportunity to kill you because you refuse to do or say anything about it, that's on you. But if you want to be about that gangster life, that street life, then you got to play that role. So all of that, you know, blasting, telling all of the rest of the world and the hip hop cops, you know, because there is a such thing as the hip hop police, and all it and all, you know, people, authority figures, law enforcement that are looking at this situation, because these are the things that can get people locked up. Oh, speaking of locked up, you know, Tupac had been convicted of sexual assault, of rape. It wasn't even sexual assault, it was rape. He was convicted. He was locked up. Well, I can't say that he was convicted. He was definitely, he was awaiting trial. And he was eventually bailed out by Suge Knight. He was awaiting trial in New York at in Rikers Island prison. Rikers Island it's not a state prison. It's a county prison. It's a wild as hell county prison, but it's a county prison. And that's where he was. So he hadn't stood full trial yet. But anyway, so when you say to Tupac fans that he snitched, they'd be like, no, he didn't. Like, yes, he did. He's a snitch. He's a snitch. And that adds more to my assertion that he was reckless. Reckless as hell. You know, throwing all caution to the wind. Same thing Kanye does. It appears like they say the first thing that comes to their mind, with absolutely no regard for the consequences. None. Zero. Goose egg. Same thing with Donald Trump. Does it appear to you like Donald Trump thinks about what he says before he says it? Doesn't appear like it to me. But then again, he knows that whatever he says or writes will promote him even farther. And that's all he seems to care about. It's the attention-seeking behavior. The attention-seeking behavior. Girl Nikki says, Tupac was reckless as shit. Ain't no denying. Ansel Jones says, people say East Coast, West Coast, but the Outlaws were from New Jersey. And Tupac was from New York and Maryland. So that doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean? How did he, I mean, when you really think about it, he grew up more on the East Coast than he did on the West Coast. But what side did he claim? He was born in New York. He moved to Maryland. That's how he knew what's Jada Pinkett. That's how he knew her. That's how he knew her. In Maryland, Baltimore. She's not from the West Coast. He's not from the West Coast. You get it? So if he died at age 25, but he was in high school on the East Coast, he spent more of his life on the East Coast than he did on the West Coast. Did you notice that he didn't have a West Coast accent in any way? Did you notice that? Yeah. He's not from the West Coast. He's from the East Coast. You don't believe me? Because, I mean, people know this, but I don't think they look into it that deep. When did Tupac Shakur move to the West Coast?
1988. According to Wikipedia, in 1988, Shakur moved to Marin City, California, a small, impoverished community about 5 miles north of San Francisco.
So in 88, Tupac was about 15. About 15 years old. '88. So in '88, I was 18. I think Tupac was about 2 years younger than me. 2 or 3. He was 25 when he got killed. 25 years old. He's 25. So in 1996, when he got killed, if he was 25, oh shit. In 1996, if he was 25, I was 26. I was 26 when he got killed. So that means he was 16. He was 16 when in 1988. He's not from the West Coast, but he sure claimed the West Coast, didn't he? Because if he died at age 25 and he moved there when he was 26, he only spent 11 years over there. 11 years. He is not from the West Coast. But you sure couldn't tell from the records, could you? California love. They should have called it California fraud. Yo, he's a fraud. Yeah, I'm just saying, y'all. Listen, man. And that's Donald Trump. He's a fraud. He got all of his fans singing his praises and saying what he's done. Like, yo, he built this economy. No, he didn't. How is everything that Donald Trump does or anything that happens under his administration his? He did this. He did that. I'm like, yo, where y'all getting this shit from? They must be getting it from him because nobody else gets credit. Y'all don't hear me though. What Trump, Tupac, and Kanye have in common. What Trump, Tupac, and Kanye have in common, baby. That's what we talk about today on the Daily Gogetemism Show. Oh, Carol Chamberlain says Kanye's newest thing is MAGA was a hoax. Well, who even says the word hoax more than Donald Trump? Huh? I don't know, man. Let me see. Girl Nikki says, Carol, I read that a Kanye associate said that the only way he could get a meeting with 45 to talk prison reform was to wear the MAGA hat. Well, could you explain the whole I feel like Superman when I wear the hat? Did he require that too? Did he require him to treat him like Massa when he was right there in his chamber, like like in the Oval Office when he hugged Donald Trump like a fucking, how I be playing around with y'all, like, yo, you know what I mean? A woman should hug a man's ankles. She should hug his ankles whenever he leave to go to the store. She should hug his ankles. I mean, you know when I be playing around about that, because y'all know I don't be serious about that, right? You know, the fact that a woman should hug a man's ankles whenever he leaves, even if he's only going to the store. I wouldn't care if he was only going to the store to buy a Slim Jim and a bag of chips. She should be like, no, baby, no, don't go. Don't go. No, please, no. Can I go with you? Please, please. Y'all know I'm just kidding about that, right? Y'all know I'm just playing, right? You know, kidding around about what a woman should do for her man. Anyway. So that's how he was with Donald Trump. He hugged that man. He ain't even hugging back. He ain't hugging back. Donald Trump ain't hugging back. He looked at it like, oh man, this little nigga is tripping. I got him like that. He's tripping. So, and by the way, he wore the MAGA hat when Donald Trump wasn't around. But see, these are the things that Kanye supporters would explain away. They would explain that away. I'm saying, I mean, he had to play the role even when Donald Trump wasn't there, right? No, he didn't. Like the same way that he said slavery was a choice, being a slave was a choice for him. And boy, they should have, his name should have been Chauncey. Hey, Chauncey, boy. Master said you better hug that. You better hug him when you go there Oval Office. He gonna call you up to the Oval Office. You better hug that man. He said, hey, Master. I'm gonna hug you. I'm gonna give you a hug, man. Yeah, I love you. I love this man. Man, I love you. Man said I can see it. Man said I can see it. Oh, I see. Hey, damn. Hey, this chair real comfy. Master. You so kind. You is kind. You's a kind master. Fuck out of here. What you talking about? The fuck is y'all niggas talking about, son? For real. Girl Nikki says, I definitely believe you have to play to 45's ego, but I'm not 100% buying that it was Ye and Kim's strategy. No. And I'm not calling him no Ye. I ain't calling him nothing he tell me to call him. Fuck him. No Yeezy. Fuck out of here. I'm not buying those clothes. Man, those clothes whack anyway. Yeah, $800 for a pair of Yeezys. Anyway. So that's where Tupac went to high school, Dunbar High. Girl Nikki says, it constantly amazes me how short people's memories are. How do you forget what the previous administration did so quickly? Because that's another thing that all of they think. That's another thing that Trump, Tupac, and Kanye have in common. Their fans do not care about anything that they did yesterday. All that matters is today. You see what he's doing today? So regardless of how much shit they done fucked up for themselves and for everybody the day before, it's not their fault. Tupac got railroaded, and that's how he wound up in prison. But when you say, yeah, he got railroaded when he wound up in prison, did he get railroaded when he got shot? You know, when he eventually got shot and killed? Well, he didn't die on the scene. in Vegas, but you do know what led up to him getting shot, right? The whole fight that he was directly involved in. This motherfucker is an international superstar, recognizable to everybody on the planet for his rebellious yet talented ways. And he's in the lobby of the MGM Grand Casino after watching the Tyson Holyfield fight, physically fighting. And the boy, I suspect, Orlando, I can't remember his last name, came back and smoked him. Allegedly. But you can't tell his fans that he didn't cause that. Can't tell them. Well, Suge Knight got involved in it, and the court saw it differently. They said, your on probation ass was in that fight. We saw you kick. We saw you punch. You're taking your ass to jail. That's the way the court saw it. Tupac may have met the same fate, except he got killed. He didn't make it. Interestingly enough, I remember the reports that came out when he initially was admitted into the hospital, and they said that he would survive. They said that he was going to survive. Man, that boy, that man suffered a lot of gunshot wounds in his life. Some of them were self-inflicted, though. Oh shit. Oh, y'all ain't hear what Funkmaster Flex said? Oh, and all Tupac fans was incensed over this shit. They said, and the funny thing about this shit is I heard this shit way back in the day, in 1994, 5, whatever, when he got shot. They said that Tupac shot himself like two or three times. They said when they approached him to rob him, he was going for his shit and he shot himself. I guess his finger was on the trigger and he started shooting. I guess he wanted to pull out and shoot, and he banged himself. So they might have banged him 2 or 3 times, but he got himself at least once or twice. Everybody fucking, this was common knowledge, rumor-wise, in New York. Yo, yeah, Tupac got shot, but he shot himself. This wasn't a secret. People in the studio said that shit. What was it? D&D Studios? What was it? Powerhouse? I mean, Power Play. Was it? Which one was it? Power Play Studio? Or was it D&D? Well, whatever. Funkmaster Flex came out with that shit. That shit like about 3 or 4 years ago. People was going crazy. Yeah, you talk down to the dead like that. You know what I mean? You know, that man almost lost his life over that shit. Plaxico Barris can shoot himself, but Tupac can't? Let's look that up too. Funkmaster Flex on Tupac shooting himself. Here it goes. Let me see here.
Funkmaster Flex says Tupac shot himself. It seems as if DJ and radio personality Funkmaster Flex is involved in an annual beef. His most recent is one of the past. Flex took to Instagram Live to speak on the night that Tupac was robbed and shot at New York City's legendary Quad Studios. You potheads always talking that talk. Flex said in a broadcast, Cheddar Bob came in there, popped himself in the leg, popped himself first. That's what happened. Now, all of this went down back in 1994 when the rapper was reportedly ambushed, beaten, robbed, and shot 5 times in the studio. However, it's believed by fans and police alike that Pac unintentionally shot himself. Now, in 2011, Dexter Isaac came forward admitting that he was involved in the non-fatal 5 shooting. Dexter told authorities that he was paid $2,500 by Jimmy Henchman Rosemond to carry out the attack. What do you guys think about Funk Flex saying that Tupac panicked, pulled out a steel, and shot himself? Let us know below or on Twitter using the hashtag.
I remember people talking about it back then. I remember this shit. They say, yo, he fucked around, banged himself, and then they was just gonna stick him up. They didn't want to hit him. They just was gonna rob him. But he panicked. He seen him coming. You know, he was a paranoid type dude. He pulled out, banged himself, and then they was like, shit, this nigga's shooting. He got a gun. Now we gotta shoot him. But why would they whoop his ass if they already hit? Yo, son. Yo, son. Yo. Hey, yo. Girl, nigga says, saw a Colt 45, Colt 45 member interview saying Barack was responsible for the 9/11 memories and attention spans of a net. And that Davis #1 says, I have a problem with these black preachers who got their noses so far up Trump's ass and they could tell you on what his last meal was. I'm telling you, you can't tell their fans nothing about them. Nothing. You can't tell them nothing. They were gods. They were saints. They never made mistakes. Anything Kanye says can be explained away. Just like this whole shit with the whole, oh yeah, he only wore the MAGA hat because shut the fuck up, nigga. You was all in from day one. Ain't nobody trying to hear. And then Tupac didn't start the East Coast West Coast battle. He didn't shoot himself. Yes, he did. He didn't get himself killed. Yes, he did. He set Biggie up to get killed too. Not directly, but because of his recklessness, because he messed around and got himself killed. It was like, well, people who don't understand the situation but are sympathetic to the situation, they said, well, we gonna get him. One thing is for sure, Suge Knight knew damn well that Biggie didn't have nothing to do with Tupac's death. He knows that. Now, whether he believed that he had something to do with Tupac's shooting in 94, who knows? I tell you, these gangsters, sometimes you have to question their intelligence. You know, it's crazy. But this is what we're working with. These are the things that these cats have in common. They are highly, highly attention seeking, way more than you and I could ever imagine. They don't believe that anything said about them is a bad thing, because as long as you are paying attention, as long as you are intrigued, as long as you're tuning in, they got you, because they can keep changing the narrative, switching the narrative. Kanye always comes out with some controversial shit right around the time his album is about to drop. What a coinky dink. Hey, yo, man, you know, like, talk about a slap in the face. Yo, remember 45 said that he could shoot somebody in the middle of 5th Avenue and people would still be on his side. He basically called his supporters blind, deaf, dumb. And they was like, he didn't mean that literally. It doesn't matter if he meant it literally. Figuratively, it's a diss. It's a diss. Then you got these black Trump supporters running around here talking about what he's done for black people. I'm like, are y'all? Now, you're not going to sell me this shit. That's what you're not going to do. That's what you're not. That's your little Bo Peep sheep ass. This is where I'm going to have to draw the line. You ain't doing this. No, you're not. No. You're not doing that shit. You're not getting away with that. These motherfuckers is bugging, son. For real. He's done this for black people and blah, 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 blah. Oh, this is what they want y'all to believe. He's doing all of these things for black people behind the scenes. If he's doing all of those things for black people behind the scenes, why is he keeping that a secret? Why would that be a secret when all of his other bullshit is right up there in the front? Is he ashamed in some kind of way to be defending? No. Fuck defending, because you can defend somebody and still kill them. You might be saving them for yourself. Like, I ain't gonna let you kill them. I'm preserving them for me. Am I to believe that he's somewhere helping all of these black people and helping them with what? Is he helping them with their condition or something like that? Is he out there fighting poverty and miseducation, lack of education and opportunities? Has he been giving black people jobs? Like, if you look in his own, in his administration, how many black people do you have working there? You got Ben Carson, right? Well, if Ben Carson is y'all kind of man, then rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. And then David says, so are we going to ride the Tupac train for the majority of the show? I'm going to talk about whatever is relevant. Tupac, Kanye, 45, whatever. I'm talking about what they have in common. So what they have in common is the fact that their fans will explain anything away. Evidently, there are no Tupac fans or any Kanye or 45 fans here, because if there were, they would be very, very vocal right now. Very, very vocal. They would be all in. They would be all in. Another thing that they have in common is that their fans will try to say that they were the best at something. Like, people honestly believe that Donald Trump is the best president. I'm like, where would you get that bullshit from? And it is bullshit. But they say it. They'll tell anybody who will listen to him. Yeah, he's the best president. He's done the most. They say it. He's done the most. He's done the most. He's done the most. Garrett Chamberlain says, but they're too stupid to see Omar. His fans can eat a yard of his shit and enjoy it. I ain't never seen it. Yo, it's crazy. And then David says, shit, Cheney shot someone in the head and nothing happened. Well, it wasn't on tape. The man survived. He probably fucked that man up. He was like 75 years old. You know, but Cheney wasn't popular. And George W. Bush wasn't really popular. So that was more of a political thing. I don't remember anybody defending Dick Cheney for shooting that man. I don't remember anybody. I don't remember. Maybe y'all saw something I didn't see, but I don't remember anybody coming to his defense. Like, yo, he shot him, but he didn't mean to shoot him. Plus, the man deserved to be shot. I think if Donald Trump would have shot somebody, all of his non-supporters would have been like, yo, this dude gotta go. And all of his supporters would have been like, he ain't mean to shoot him. He ain't even really shooting. The dude got in the way of the bullets. He what? He got in the way of the bullet. He didn't shoot him. The man got in the way of the bullet. You know how it is. No, I don't know how it is. You know how it is. He got in the way of the bullet. They will find a way to explain it away. They're going to get it out of there, man. They're going to get it out of there. It's crazy. Girl Nikki said, and he absolutely can. 45 in his administration are lawless. Shit, he meant that shit literally. You see, he was trying to bring the military during the riots. Kanye understands that any publicity is good for music sales. That's what Donald Trump understands. That's what Tupac understood. They all have that in common. So people say that Tupac was the greatest rapper that ever lived. I'm like, that is the most delusional statement. I mean, that is ridiculous. Why? Because he wrote a bunch of songs as he was contemplating his death? All them songs wasn't good? And as far as just plain rapping is concerned, I'm like, the lyrics themselves, like, they all right, but give me a break. Ansel Jones says, Big Daddy Kane was in my preteen years. The rappers came after him is who I listen to. What is this generation of rappers going to teach? Well, you have your oh shit. Now I can't remember the rappers' names. You know, he's on Rock Nation. He's a really, really good rapper. He has a lot of conscious lyrics. J. Cole. You have your J. Coles. You have your Lupe Fiascos. You have some conscious rappers out today. You do. I'm not even going front. You have some conscious rappers out today. They just overshadowed by the mumble rap and the trap rap and that kind of shit. But you have some good rappers out here today. It's just not going to overshadow what's really selling. But J. Cole sells a lot of records. He's a good artist. TK Wright says their fans will disregard any toxic behavior that has been exhibited. Any of it. Any and all of it. Like, it's really an amazing thing to see. Carol James says, like, they believe aliens live amongst us. I believe that aliens live amongst us. And then David says Cheney wasn't popular, but he was powerful, though. Yeah, but it's different. You know, any president of the United States or vice president, any administration can get. They've all done bad shit. It's just that they were smart enough to keep it on the low. You can't keep shooting somebody on the low, though. That's impossible. You can't shoot somebody, you know what I mean, and keep it on the low. The press is there. So that can't happen. But yeah, of course he was going to get away with it because he could explain, but he had to explain his way out of it. It wasn't like, you know, people was out there like Cheney didn't do it. You know, so. Girl Nikki says, J. Cole just said he wasn't as smart as y'all think he is. But he graduated from St. John's. You know, he graduated from St. John's University. He's a smart kid. I mean, nobody said that he was like a genius, but there's no denying that he's smart. In comparison to other rappers, you can hear it in his lyrics. He's a really, really good rapper. He is. But the bottom line is he's not in search of that type of notoriety the way a Kanye is, the way a Tupac was, the way that a 45 is. It's different. It's different. So, you know, when you really listen, I wish some of their fans were listening, or that they would show up, because they will defend against anybody or anything. It is wild. I've had discussions with these cats. After a while, listen, I will argue anybody down about what I know, or at least what I think I know. But when I see that somebody is on some other shit, like, oh, it doesn't logic doesn't sell here. Facts don't sell here. Sensibility doesn't sell here. Rationale doesn't sell here. All right, I'll let you go ahead and do your thing. Go ahead. Rock out. This is way beyond what I can treat. I see, because when I see that a person is where they want to be mentally, in their mentality, I'm like, okay. All right, baby. I ain't got no beef with it. You are where you want to be. Far be it from me to try to diminish that. No. Shirley, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on, ma? How you feeling, ma? What's going on? Cultural icon. He's a cultural icon. And that's another thing. Any criticism that you have of them, they take it like you are criticizing everything that they did. But they have so much material that you can criticize that they think that you're just nitpicking. No, these are major things. Major. That divisive behavior is Trump against everybody else. And that seems healthy to this man is 74 years old, y'all. Come on, son. 74. Was he 73? He just had a birthday, right? He just had a birthday. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, this shit is outrageous. It really is. How old is Donald?
74 years old.
He's 74. And it's like people don't recognize that. They don't see it. It's like they don't, because somebody that age, you don't expect to act like a dickhead. And because he acts like a dickhead, you're thinking that he must only be in his 60s. No, he's y'all old head. He's y'all old head. This is the way your grown man is acting. It's almost to the point where you'll call somebody else, like he'll call Joe Biden old. He's 3 years older than you, dog. But I'm saying though. And his wife is 50 years old, son. Yo, Melania Trump is 50 years old, doggy. Yo. 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 That's another thing that people don't tell. Yo, your wife. I guess it's just because she's grown and because she's from another country that we just look the other way about that. Imagine if Barack Obama, don't front. Imagine if Barack Obama, how old was Barack Obama when he became president? By the way, Melania Trump was born April 26, 1970. She's my age. She just turned 50. She's a Taurus. I think that's some shit. Okay. How old was Barack Obama when he was elected president?
According to Wikipedia, the youngest living president is Barack Obama, born August 4th, 1961.
That ain't what I asked you, dumbass. 1961. So when he became president in 2008, when he was elected president, that means he was 47 years old. Imagine if he was 47 years old and he had a wife that was 24 years his junior. So his wife would have been in her, she would have been, yeah. Yo, say. That would have made her 23 years old, say. Yo! They would have had a field day. They would have had a field day on Barack Obama. If he had a wife 24 full years younger than him. They would have mopped the floor. He would have got elected like, yo, this dude is in the young girls. A 24-year difference? A 24-year difference? They would have mopped his ass out of the presidential race. Like, yo, you tripping. Dude, they would have been saying things like, yo, when you was in college, she wasn't born. When you was in grad school, she wasn't in school. That's the kind of shit. Yo, son. But look, once again, so what? You know, it's not, it's not like he met her when he was blah, 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 picky, dicky, dangy, 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 dang, diggy, diggy, bomb, the bomb, bomb, bomb. Yo, man, this shit is, this is too much, son. This is too much. And then David said she has her own bedroom in the White House. Oh. Girl, Nikki said, we not claiming that heifer in Taurus gang. I bet you them Trump supporting Tauruses are like, yeah! Yeah! I'm done, man. This is too much. It's too much, son. I mean, keep it a buck, y'all. Carol Chamberlain says, yeah, 45 sleeps with his daughter. That's how he act. That's how he act. You know what I mean? I can't hate, because he bought that one. He bought that one himself. But can y'all imagine the questions that Barack Obama would have had to have answered if Michelle was 24 years younger than him? This motherfucker fucking around with chicks his own age. College sweethearts, that type shit. You know what I'm saying? This is, yo. I'm glad the show ended in a few minutes, because this is too much. I hadn't even thought about that whole age difference thing. Like, yo, 24 years. Girl Nikki says, we have a first lady that is a porn star. I mean, let that shit. That's another thing. Another thing. Like, this dude is totally not into his family, his immediate family. His wife is nowhere around. She does nothing. Who ever heard of an administration where the first lady ain't busy on nothing? What kind of humanitarian things does Melania have going on? With her Russian accent having ass. Oh, and remember when she plagiarized the speech from Michelle Obama? Remember that shit? That's another thing. People just sweep it under the rug. Sweep it. You plagiarized the whole speech. Yo. You plagiarize a whole speech from a black woman that you supposed to hate. Let me find out that Melania is really a Michelle Obama fan on the low. Like, you know, she has a lot of style. You know but Michelle Obama has a lot of style. I admire her. A porn star for a first lady. That shit don't matter. Even the evangelists. And what do an evangelist like about Donald Trump? Like, really? This nigga don't go to church. Trump signs order prioritizing job skills over college degree and government hiring. Whatever, man. Emily says, I was wondering about that a couple of weeks ago, that the first lady don't do shit as the president's wife. But if his supporters were here, they would tell you that she's doing some shit on the low. Well, she ain't supposed to be doing shit on the low. No low. So, yeah, that's where we are, man. You know, they're fans. That's what they have in common. Trump, Tupac, and Kanye. Their fans will run to their rescue in any situation. They are ineligible to lose. Ineligible. Y'all understand what I'm talking about? I hope you do. Because this shit is really, really real. That's the thing that they have in common the most. They can do no wrong by the fans, by their fans. Nothing. Not one thing. Girl Nikki says she's a Michelle and Barack fan. You ever see the picture of her and Barack in that church and smiling all big in his face? She probably asked him, but have you ever watched any of my movies? Do you like porn? Do you and the former first lady get busy? Do you get freaky in the bedroom? Donald used to get freaky with me all the time. Do you wanna get funky with me? Do you wanna? Yeah. Yeah. 24 years his junior. And I'm like, you look around like, oh, so ain't nobody gonna say shit about this, huh? Like, nothing to see here, huh? Y'all just ain't gonna say nothing, huh? 319-527-6199 if y'all want to call into the show. You can still call into the show. 319-527-6199. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, can we get some Trump, Tupac, and Kanye supporters in on here to have an objective conversation? An objective conversation. Carol Samuel says, hell, she's his daughter's age. I've been told by a Trump supporter that don't nobody care about that. That's what I was told. Don't nobody care about that. Nobody. Don't nobody care about that. So you keep that on the Lizzie low. The Lizzie low. So Jones says, how many sports teams declined their trip to the White House? Oh, I've been told that don't matter either. That don't matter, baby. But a lot of them. I know my Philadelphia Eagles didn't go see him, but I do know that some of the Eagles did want to go. Some of them were straight Trump supporters. Straight Trump supporters, baby. So, all right, as we get ready to get on up out of here. Yeah, well, this is there you have it in a nutshell. Trump, Tupac, and Kanye supporters have the full and total dedication of support from their fans. They cannot do any wrong. They do not make any mistakes. You can explain away anything that happens. They just misunderstood. That's what they said. They just misunderstood. TK Wright says they got on Michelle about having her shoulders out. Yet Melania's whole puss has been seen by all. God bless the soul. God bless the shoulders of Michelle. God curse the puss. God curse the puss. God curse the puss of Melania. God curse the puss of Melania. God curse the puss of Melania. You see it. God bless the shoulders of Barack Obama. I'm sorry. Hold on. God bless the shoulders of Michelle Obama, but God curse the puss of Melania. Damn. Girl, Nikki is reckless. She's ruthless, I should say. Said Ivanka is the real first lady. Slow down. Lordy. Let's get on about it here, man. We got some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious June 27th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They are SPECIAL. They are number one out the box. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Yo, Trump, Tupac, Kanye. You can't tell their fans nothing. You can't criticize any of the things they do. Another thing that they have in common is that they always give you plenty of material. They give you plenty of material to scrutinize and criticize. That's what they do. And if you haven't noticed that, then you need to take a really strong look. There is never a reason to defend anybody that does things the right way. If things are done appropriately, if things are done discreetly, if things are done in a way that is respectable, there's no reason to have people make excuses for you or to try to explain away your behavior. You only have to do that to people who constantly keep messing up. They constantly mess up. They constantly are the type that are going to give you some shit to have to defend. There's no way around it. You gotta defend it. Well, the beat goes on because even in Tupac's death, people still defend him, and in Kanye's life, people are still going to say that it's because his mama died. His mama died. I wonder how his mama would have felt about him, kissing up to boss man, the boss man in the White House. And 45, this master thing that, yo, man, I wonder, let me put something on y'all. Let me put this question in y'all head before y'all go. Because we weren't seeing a whole lot of Trump supporters in the beginning, like 2016, 2017. But now in 2020, you see a lot. And I wonder if Kanye coming forward and being an open support of 45, I wonder if that inspired other people to start looking at him. It's something that we need to think about and take a close look at. Is Kanye responsible for all of this 45 support? Take a look at it when you get a chance. Let's see what we can find out. All right, y'all. Listen, we got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock for the Urban Therapy with Sun show. Tonight, though, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Legacy of a Nation show. Make sure y'all come through and check out the Legacy of a Nation show. Yo, you got to check out the Legacy of a Nation show. You understand what I'm talking about? And tonight, what we talking about on Legacy of a Nation? What my daddy talking about? What my daddy? Can we relax now that the initial COVID-19 scare is over? Shit. Shout out to Arizona, Texas, and Florida. Shout out to them. They in big trouble. All right, y'all. But check out the Legacy of a Nation show tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yo, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. Love is love, baby. So I'm gonna get back with y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. It rained a little bit here. I don't know if it's gonna rain anymore, but if it does, yo, stay dry. You know what I mean? Or if you want to get wet, make sure that you're a female. All right. That being said, I'll holler at y'all later. Love is love, y'all. You know what I mean? Peace.
Using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
You know. Don't forget to share the show. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to share. Share the show. Peace, y'all.